Okay, hello. Welcome to the Team Butterfly Effect All Hands Call. It is a Friday, February. What am I talking about? What month am I in? Friday, May. Geez, can I ever get the date right from week to week? Gosh, tripping this time of day. Anyway, always so happy for.
We're May, girl. We're May.
I know, right? We're in May. I'm so happy that each and every one of you join us on Friday. I love ending my week with you guys. I know that it's not convenient always for everybody this time of day as kids are getting off school or maybe you're trying to get off work. But let's face it, success isn't convenient. There's never a time of day that's completely convenient for everyone. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to be live. And for those of you who log in and listen later, we appreciate that too, because every time you plug in, you are helping move your business forward, because I am a testament to my business didn't start to take off until I started to plug in more regularly. So thank you for being here. So today I'm so happy that we have a guest speaker today on the call. Her name is Jessica Vigeland. She is actually was the 2013 Rockstar Presenter Coach of the Year. She became a coach in December of 2012. She is currently a one-star diamond coach. She is also a Success Club 10 All-Star, which is super cool, which means she has hit Success Club 10 12 months in a row. So for those of you who, like, I don't know how I'm going to hit Success Club 5 regularly every month. So think of doing it 12 months in a row, hitting 10 Success Club points 10 months in a row. She's the mom of 4. She's a military wife. I'm so excited for her to share our journey. Thank you for joining us today, Jessica Vigeland.
Thank you for having me. I'm pretty honored, but I'm going to tell you right now, when I jump on these, I get really nervous. So if I start to ramble, I apologize. Can you guys hear me okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna, like I told Aubrey, I really haven't shared my entire story because for some reason I feel like because I don't have a big old weight loss story, I don't feel like it's super inspiring or super awesome. But I mean, I've created, I've built a good team. I have lots of customers. So obviously I'm inspiring people. So but I'm going to take you back to, I was the party girl. You caught me at every single party there was. I drank too young. I smoked too young. I did all the things that we don't want our children to do. And I pray that mine don't. So, and like I said, I was a cheerleader. That's how I met Amanda, my upline. And, but other than that, I really didn't, I wasn't real active as far as sports and stuff go. So, soon after that, I got married young. I got married when I was 19, and between 2002 and 2011, and I remember after I had Lauren, my body had I got back down to my pre-baby weight plus, but I had zero muscle left. I remember I was nursing her, I was nursing her, and I was drinking Slim Fast, which was, now I know that was such a ridiculous, stupidly dumb thing to do. But anyways, I was so longing to have my body back, and I didn't have a clue how to do it. So, so then after Lauren came Griffin, and then Grady, and then Gage, and I nursed all of them. And I didn't know how to eat. I didn't stay super active aside from, cleaning house and going for walks, and basically did a lot of cardio, thinking that was going to get my shape back, and no weight training. Well, I know now what I should have been doing then, but it took me a long time to figure it out. And like I said, being in the military, I moved a lot. So I felt like I had a lot of acquaintances, and I had a lot of friends, but I always had to say goodbye to them. So I kind of started putting up kind of putting up a wall and didn't really get close to anybody, or close enough to, you know, to the point where it sucked to say goodbye. And so by the time Gage was 1, I had kind of had it. I felt really alone. I didn't have a lot of energy. And I actually started watching Amanda a lot closer and seeing what she was doing. And I remember sending her a message saying, I bet you really love your job, because I could just tell by her posts that she was happy with what she was doing. You know, she had a ton of friends, you know, all of her posts had lots of comments and stuff. And sorry guys, I got a call. Are you okay? Okay. Okay. And so from there, I was like, I started researching Beachbody. I didn't really reach out to her any more than that. She would send me messages and stuff, and I'd be like, I just kind of blow it off, because that's just kind of, you know, I'm really independent. And so I ended up ordering Les Mills Pump off of beachbody.com, and I started that. Lauren's school is really trying to get a hold of me. Are we okay?
Yeah, we're fine, but did your
Okay.
school's trying to get a hold of you?
No.
Okay.
It's okay. It's just like an automated thing. So
okay.
Lauren got on her, she got the NJHS thing, and I'm assuming they're sending me a message about it. So, okay. So Les Mills Pump, and I managed to pack on a few pounds, which was a little intimidating, but I saw my body was changing, and I was like, well, shoot, this is obviously what I needed, because I was feeling my confidence come back and stuff. So then I finally reached out to Amanda, and because she was promoting the Turkey Day Sexiness Challenge, and I was like, well, shit, I want to get in on that. And so I did, but I actually, and she probably still hates me for this, but I actually contacted her, and I was like, can I get in on that, but can I drink Total Lean? And I'm sure she wanted to like reach through the computer and like choke me. But hesitantly, she said yes, because it was just 10 days. And I think I may have like made some sort of comment that, you know, I would order Shakeology when it was all done, or I don't know. But anyways, we got through that. And the kicker with that was I met so many people. I mean, it was Nancy. Aubrey, did you do that one? No. But Nancy and Jess Kennedy and Susie and I mean, a lot of you ladies that like, you know, I consider like my best friends now. We're in there. And I finally felt like I was like part of something, and I didn't think twice about signing up as coach after that. So, and then it became kind of a financial thing. It at the time I was on WIC, and I didn't think I could afford it, but I realized that fueling my body with Shakeology was making me a better mom and a better person. I had more energy, and so yeah, it all kind of just blooming from there, I guess, I would say. And
I'm going to push pause on you for just a second, Jess. I want to interject, because I hate to make the assumptions that everybody knows what WIC is, because I just learned what it was like a couple weeks ago. So can you expand on that for anybody who may not even know what that means?
On what? You cut out.
Oh,
you cut out. What did you say?
I just learned like 2 weeks ago what WIC is. So can you
yes.
on that, what that even is?
Yes, definitely. WIC is a government program that I believe I don't even know what it stands, but it's basically women and children. So anybody you have to fall within a certain financial category. And then you basically it's not an EBT, but it's, you get like juice and eggs, and they're like little vouchers that you can go to the store. So, I mean, we're
like
pretty much,
stamps, right? It's kind of like
food stamps. Yeah. So like my husband, he hated it. Josh would never go to the store, and like, you know, if we needed milk, he'd be like, I'm not using the WIC check. So to him, it was kind of a slap in the face. I mean, you know, he's done a heck of a lot as a military member, but yet we're still struggling financially, and we still fall into this category where we can still get it. And so of course I felt bad ordering Shakeology when that was the case, but I realized after, like, you know, I had my Shakeology, and then I was in this support group with all of these like super, you know, inspiring women, and they were teaching me things about clean eating, and I was able to stop buying all the other shit. And it taught me so much. Like I it's funny because I actually felt like a grown-up when I became a coach. I mean, now I'm like, geez, I think I'm actually doing something right now. I was doing something right for my body and for my kids. And, you know, I wasn't making a huge income. I mean, like you all know, you know, you start out and it's, you know, $39 or whatever. But just by sharing, I mean, I think January rolled around and Amanda shouted me out on the Success Club for Success Club points. I'm like, well, what the hell is that? And I mean, I was like the epitome of, I never really asked her a question. I went through my back office and I found what I needed. When somebody messaged me and said, you know, well, how do I order that? I mean, I just looked it up and I found it, me out. And I like I said, I felt like like I had a ton of friends now and everything. So yeah, now 2 years later, and I'm still, you know, I think my biggest thing is staying consistent. You know, there's times even for coaches that have been doing this for a while where we want to throw in the towel, but then you get a message from a challenger that, you know, has thrown away how many pounds, or they're able to put their wedding ring back on, or and it just makes it all worthwhile. So I'll be sticking around for a while.
Jess, could you share a little bit about your journey as far as your physical body is concerned?
Yes. Like I said, I don't know if I can call it a disorder, but I was so longing to have my pre-baby body back that I thought that, you know, like I said, cardio was key. When I did Les Mills Pump, which is a weight training, and I got really lean, and then I don't know what clicked, but eventually I was like, wait a minute, I need to build more muscle. And I did gain, I think when I started Les Mills Pump, I was 114 pounds. And after that one, I got up to, I think it was 123 or something like that. And I guess feeling strong and more capable of doing things definitely set my need to lift weights in motion. So Body Beast is now my favorite program, I think, in PIO. And yeah, I'm beginning to appreciate my body and the strength and stuff that I've created. So,
being a Body Beast girl, would you share with us, do you do all the supplements or do you just do Shakeology? Share with us about that.
My first round of Body Beast, I did all of the supplements, and I did have the best results then. Now I've done one full round again, and I just used the Shakeology, and now I have a hard time sticking to one program, but I do keep my calories up. I still pretend like I'm bulking all the time. So I use the fixed containers and just stick with my it's like 21 to 2,300 calories per day. So, and it's working for me.
So would you speak on a little bit as far as how you have used your military status to help with your business?
Moving around helped. And I created a lot of customers when I was up in New York, and I still had all the people that were in Germany and then in California and Kentucky. So I reached out to all of them because, of course, I had a pretty big list of friends on Facebook, thanks to my military, to moving and stuff. So I definitely reached out to them. I have a lot of discount coaches, which can be beneficial. And then after a while, you kind of wish that there was a few more that would grow, but that's not to say that they won't. I mean, I did, and you still need those discount coaches to keep you at a rank and So I've utilized that a lot. I have many women on my team that are military and that utilize the discount and are faithful to it. They drink their Shakeology all the time, and so for that I'm very thankful.
Remind my coaches who maybe knew what that means as far as what benefit does Beachbody give military people?
Military, active duty military, and vets now. As per, when did Carl add that one in? Like around Christmas time? That we can, the $15.95 fee is waived once we submit. I think it's a DD 214 for the vets, and it's the active duty or your RDS. Active duty. But I, of course, have
Jess?
signed up also.
Jess? You're frozen on my end. Hold on just a second.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Let me see. I'm not even seeing her. There. Wait a minute. There you are. There you are. You totally had cut it out for a second. That's okay. Wait a minute. Are you there now?
Okay. What did you hear last?
You were cutting out like every couple words, so let me just refresher. It's no enrollment fee for military people, and they don't have to pay the $15 a month website fee. It's really all it boils down to. And vets don't have to either. Cool. So would you share? I'm sorry.
Yes, and vets too. You just got to submit that paperwork.
Jess, would you speak on, I know I have a couple coaches who are from small towns as well. I don't know if you kind of touched on that yet, but haven't you like thrown your own Super Saturdays and Super Sundays, and am I correct? Jess, did I cut out?
Yep.
Being from a small town, you have hosted like Super Saturdays and Super Fridays and Super Sundays or whatever before, correct? So would you speak on a little bit how you can do this business even if you live in a small town?
Yes, you can. And I actually came from a very small town, where the same place where Amanda came from. And you kind of have to just put that small town mentality out of your head. You know, you touch base with your more warm market first, but then you have to kind of spread out and hone in on your cold market, so your like page. And that's where a lot of my new customers are coming from. As far as the Super Saturdays and Super Sundays, Fort Benning is, like right now I'm at Fort Benning, Georgia. And it's not super small, but there's a lot of dang coaches, because there's a lot of coaches that take advantage of that military discount. So, for me, I invite all of them. I invite any coach, no matter what network they're in, and we make it happen. So.
Awesome. What would you say is your current secret sauce?
I would say being a product of the product and sharing it.
Do you have a particular like amount of goal? Like, do you have a particular set number of invites or specific numbers of goals, daily goals that you're working towards every day?
I do. I have, I'm revamping it for summer. My focus tends to get a little out of whack when my kids get out of school. So I'm kind of breaking it down into days, but no matter what, I send out about 25 to 40 invites every week. And, I usually divide that into days, where now I'll probably send out, 25 in one day. When I get on a roll, I just kind of send. So yeah, I have a little checklist with my power hour stuff. And there's certain things that I just got to do. And some days it's hard because I still have Gage at home. And he kind of rules the roost. But my power hour is definitely important, because if you don't have consistency, it's not gonna happen. So, but we still have the freedom.
With having 4 kids, how do you fit it in?
Well, right now I get up earlier. And I do my to-do list usually at night. I get up early and I usually sometimes sometimes I break my power hour into 2 point. He gets beer, he gets to color or play Xbox. And he knows when the timer goes off, then mom's done with work.
So you cut out on this. Did you say you break it out down into 2 half-hour sessions? Is that what you said?
Some days I do, just because, if we have a ton of appointments, or like now next week, school's starting, or getting ready to get out, so there's lots of ceremonies and picnics and all that. So yeah. And there's a lot of late nights too. There's definitely sacrifices, but even so, the freedom to be able to go to all my kids' stuff is makes it worth it. So.
What do you think was your aha moment as far as deciding to really run with this?
Probably going to my first summit, and Amanda saying, because like I said, I signed up in December, and then summit was in Vegas in June. So I had only been a coach for, an active coach for about 6 months. And she messaged me and she's like, Jess, you're going to go to summit, right? And I was like, I don't think so. I'm like, I don't know who will watch my kids. I don't have money. I had no intentions of going. And after she, showed me some videos, and we talked about it a little more. She actually even found there was another coach who had purchased a ticket, and it turned out she wasn't able to go, and Amanda tracked her down, and she's like, I got a ticket for you, and it's this much. And so it just kind of happened. But there was when, I got to meet I got to meet Aubrey and Susie and Jess and everybody in person, and just walking into the big stadium thing or whatever was definitely an aha moment, and hearing all the stories, and I don't know, then I really felt like I belonged to something huge, and I needed to kick it in the butt.
So if I'm understanding correctly, because I find this so interesting and so inspiring, is that everybody has something else, something different that drives them about the business. And for you, because of moving all over the place, for you, a big aspect has been belonging.
Yeah.
Am I understanding that correctly?
Yep. Yeah, I really don't know what I would do without you and Amanda. And I remember feeling so alone. Like, who am I going to talk to? Like, I have, and now I can go on my computer. I can text any one of you guys, or my team even. It's, it's definitely my driving force.
So Amanda always talks about, this is, I think, probably what we'll end with today, and we'll give anybody a second for questions if they have any questions, unless you have more you want to talk about. But Amanda always brags about you and Jessica Kennedy's like pages. So I want you to talk just for a second, because we haven't spoke on the difference of friend pages and like pages in a little bit. So I'd like for you to share with us, why is it important for you to have a like page? And then how do you differentiate of what you post on your like page versus what you post on your friend page?
Basically, my like page I use for my ads, for one. And I post all my workouts, like my workout clips. I think Amanda said one time, it is kind of like this. It's like you're on a sidewalk and you're window shopping. So I post a lot of just, recipes and workout tips. And I do like I said, my ads, just to kind of pull people in. I've run contests on there and had them tag their friends, because once they comment or like, then I can add them as a friend and pull them over to my personal page. On my personal page is where they really get to know me. And they see my kids on my personal page. They see more of my struggles on my personal page. The fact that I could eat 5 Oreos if I don't drink my Shakeology. So I guess there's not really a specific tactic that I have. I just make sure that I stay consistent and I post to both, at least 2 or 3 times a day.
So you say you run contests. Share. I've never run a contest on my LAC page. I've got to know this. Tell me what you've done. What have you?
Yes, I actually had an extra P90 program. And so I just took a picture of it, and I basically, you see a lot of those contests on like other companies that do, like, if you want to win a free tank or, something like that. So I basically said, you want to win P90, and I explained it. And they had to like my page. They had to tag 5 friends that they also thought would maybe want to win P90. And they had to, golly, now I can't even remember. I don't know, I gave them like stipulations, but I was able to bring in a lot of people because I was able to add each and every one of those people as a friend and then reach out to them later. So
I like that. I like that a lot because with those people, they're going to be more likely to accept your friend request because they are immediately attached to that stipulation right there. I always run into, where I run an ad and then I send people friend requests. They're like, oh, did I like something? Did I like, I don't know, spammer, you're a spammer. I don't remember you.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that has worked really well actually. So, I recommend it for sure.
Awesome. So as far as I lied, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
As far as from your perspective of what do you wish you knew as a brand new coach that you now take for granted? Is there anything that you could think of that you were doing wrong at the beginning?
I was thinking personal development was a waste of time. And, I plugged into a lot just because, like I said, the belonging part was big for me. So like when I knew there was a Zoom chat or something, I was like, hell yeah, I'm on it because I'm going to see all my, all my friends. But the personal development was definitely the hardest thing for me to start consistently doing, and it's proven to, give me a more positive mind, and it's definitely helped. So personal development for sure.
So if you knew what you knew now, and as a brand new coach, you would have started doing personal development earlier.
You're cutting out, Ab.
I said, so you would have started doing personal development earlier. You would have started doing personal development earlier.
Did I use it early?
No, you would have. Yes, you would have. I think we have issues in our connection. That's okay.
I would have.
Yes, you would have. Okay, cool. Well, guys, Jessica, does anybody have any questions for Jess before we go? It's technically about time, but does anybody have any questions? I know I interrupted a lot, Jess. Was there something, because I turn into sometimes an interviewer. Do you have anything last that I interrupted you too many times? You didn't have a chance to get out something particular you were wanting to share?
I don't think so. I think that was it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do so.
Well, we were so happy to have you on. I love the opportunity to share. Jess and I were roommates in Vegas this year, and then we were also suite mates at the in Cancun. So we've gotten to know, and she's one of my people. She's one of my people. So I love you, girl. I appreciate you being on the call today. Thank you so much for those of you who figured out how to make being live happen today. And for those of you who weren't aware, Jessica was talking about doing personal development. Guess what? That's what you're doing right now. You're doing personal right now. So thumbs up and high five for all of you guys for taking the time to do this. I hope I see all of your beautiful faces and handsome faces next week again at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Otherwise, have a freaking fantastic weekend.
Bye, guys. Thank you.